How we doing, Heat fans? Heat Nation, it's your boy Ernest. Excited because I'm back with another Heat video, guys. Let's get this ball rolling. You guys know the drill. Hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Y'all know what to do. Let's talk Miami Heat basketball. Off again with another Miami Heat adventure. Let's go. So how are we doing so far? Good, not great. Other people might think differently. We're 9-5. Fourth in the Eastern Conference, just a game and a half down from the first seed. You might think, Ernest, you're over-exaggerating. Heat are doing fine. We ain't doing as good as we were doing 2 weeks ago. We were atop of the East with a 6-1 record. Ever since then, we've gone 3-4. And the reason why we're not doing so great, guys, it's just like I said in the last video. There's only one thing that's going to stop this Miami Heat momentum, and that is ourselves, by injuries. Unfortunately, the game against the Lakers, Jimmy Butler got an ankle injury. He's been out ever since. Bam Adebayo missed the last game against the Thunder due to injury. This has been happening. You know, Kyle Lowry misses a game here and there. This is exactly what I said that's going to stop the momentum from the Heat. We need a fully healthy roster. We already have Victor Oladipo out. We need as much people as we can get to play. When we miss our key players, we are not as good as we are. That is a super obvious thing to say, but it is a fact. Because at the end of the day, guys, the Eastern Conference is really tight, okay? We're a game and a half down from the first seed. But we're also 2 games above the 8th seed. Right now, you got the Hornets and the Knicks tied for the 8th seed. So we are really playing with water right now. We're really playing very deep in the ocean. Miami Heat really need to come up with a win tonight. It's against the Pelicans, so I don't see that being a problem. They're 2-13. We're going to smash them. And if we lose that game tonight, I swear to God, I'm ripping my hair off because the Heat have a tendency of doing this. You know, they'll beat incredible teams like the Nets and the Bucks, but then they'll lose to the Celtics, and it just flabbergastes me because this happens so much, and this has been going in for years, that we'll beat one of the top teams in the NBA, but then we'll lose to a crappy team the next game. It's just weird. You know, I've been a fan of the Miami Heat since 1994, and we've always seen that. I really don't know what it is. It's, you know, it goes back to the movie Any Given Sunday with Al Pacino. I don't know if you guys seen it, and I know it's football, but he says any given Sunday, anything can happen. That's kind of the same thing with basketball. Any game, anything can happen. You never know. It can just be someone's night. But I feel like ever since we lost to the Boston Celtics, we haven't had our momentum like we had to start the year. Ever since that loss, we've gone 3-4. So we've kind of shown the same type that we did last year. And that's what we need to get away from. And how do you get away from that? It's the injuries, man, and I know that's not something that we can control, but the Miami Heat need to look at specific players like Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry especially, not really Bam, Tyler, and Duncan because they're really young, but you look at these guys that are over 30, and I don't want to say give them games off, but that might be what we have to do. You know, that's how we're doing with Jimmy right now. We're monitoring his minutes very closely. Chances are he's going to play tonight against the Pelicans. But if I'm Miami, especially that we have a back-to-back coming up against Washington, and Washington has the number 1 seed in the East, I would save Jimmy Butler for that game. Make sure that he is 100% healthy. There's no reason why the Miami Heat should lose this game against the Pelicans. I swear to God, I'm going to have a problem with them if they do. But look, guys, for the most part, everything's going fine with the Heat. We got our big 5 smashing. You got Jimmy Butler averaging 23. Tyler's averaging 22. Bam's averaging 20. What I like to see is Kyle Lowry's numbers went up. He went from averaging 7 a game to 12 a game. I was pretty sure that was going to happen. It's good to see that. Duncan is another guy I'm a little worried about because his 3-point percentages has not been as good as it's been in previous years. He's shooting the ball the same. It's not like he's losing touches. They're just not going in. I don't know if it's a mental thing, but over the last few games, he stepped it up. He's gone from averaging 9 points a game to almost 12 points a game. So a 3-point raise in average. That's perfect. His 3-point percentage has gone up as well. So that's definitely something that you like to see. We paid this guy 5 years, $90 million, and he's being showed up by Tyler Hero. And you know Tyler Hero is going to demand that kind of money, if not more. So by giving this money to Duncan, you want to feel confident with it. And it's not just by his shooting, it's by his all-around play. The guy's got to defend better. He's rebounding better. He's averaging 4.5 rebounds. I'm loving to see that, man. Last year he averaged about 3, so definitely got that up. And then you got guys like P.J. Tucker, Markieff Morris, Dwayne Dedmon, Caleb Martin, Max Strus. Even though Max Strus is still injured, he might come back soon. So 100% healthy, there's not a team in the NBA that can stop us. Fight me on that. I don't care what anybody says. You can bring the Milwaukee Bucks. They ain't even in the playoffs. They're 6-8. The Nets, the Wizards, the Bulls. Even though we lost to the Lakers and the Clippers, I don't care. Give me those games back because the Miami Heat will win those games. We lost very closely. Those were very competitive games without our best player. So, what's up? Fight me. It's just a fact, guys. Fully healthy, this Miami Heat team is one of the better teams in the NBA. We are a championship contending team. We will be in the conversation in the NBA Finals towards the playoffs. The only way that's not going to happen is if the injuries pile up. Okay? So this is going to be the job of Miami Heat management to manage these minutes of the guys. But the great thing is that we're a deep team. So you can give nights off to Kyle Lowry. You can give nights off to Jimmy Butler. But you got to do it against teams like the Pelicans. No disrespect. All NBA teams are good. You got to be a great player to make the NBA. But there's some NBA teams that are way better than others. And thankfully, I can say we are better than a lot of teams in the NBA. So we got to monitor these minutes correctly because we need these guys come down the stretch in February, March, and April. So don't look at our record. Don't look at this as like a panic button thing. I don't see it that way. We win tonight. We go 10-5. You know, we're basically 5 games over 500. We're double the mark, so that's a great sign for the Miami Heat. I definitely predict a win tonight, guys. I predict a score of like 120-91. I say the Miami Heat are going to smash this team. If the Heat win by a very close margin, I understand a win is a win, but you got to get back to the drawing board and figure out what happened. I'm loving Tyler Hero's play. Tyler Hero is showing that he's definitely a 6 Man of the Year candidate. Definitely showing that he could possibly be a candidate for Most Improved Player as well. Because he had that really bad sophomore slump last year, and he is dominating this season, guys. He's averaging 22 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Those are incredible numbers for a guy that's coming off the bench. So great job, Tyler Hero. Great job, Bam. Bam is averaging 20 points, 11.5 rebounds. These are all-star numbers. I see no reason why Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Tyler Hero should not be all-stars this season. They all should be. So we got the game tonight against the Pelicans. Then we got a back-to-back against Washington. I have no idea what's going on there in Washington, but man, they're doing good this year. They got a great record. They're 10-3. They haven't played as much games as us, you know, but I really feel like we should, if not win both, at least one of those games. This is going to be competitive basketball at its finest. But you got to do that. You got to win those games. Then after the back-to-back against Washington, we got a game against Detroit, and then we got a game against Minnesota. The Miami Heat need to go 4-1 these next 5 games to not only stay at the top of the East, but to potentially get the top 2. I see no reason why this Miami Heat team cannot be the first seed in the Eastern Conference. You got the Wizards at 10-3, you got the Bulls at 10-4, you got the Nets at 10-5, and then you got us at 9-5. We are right there close to these teams, and I do not want this to be like last year, how we were hovering over the 4th seed all season long. Bullshit. Let's move forward. Let's fight. Let's play these games as hard as we can. Miami Heat basketball at its finest. Heat Nation, the culture at its finest. I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know what you think about the season going on so far. Who is your MVP of the Miami Heat team? Is it Jimmy, Tyler, Bam, or is it Kyle Lowry because of the difference that he's making? Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your comments. Guys, hit that like button. Share on social media. Let's get the word out about this Miami Heat page. But most importantly, hit that subscribe button, guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for the love and support. And until next time, it's your boy Ernest out. And that's enough said.